Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the call for tonight. And we are going to get into doing some selling of the course. And we are, again, keep you any longer than 30 minutes. And really, quite honestly, tonight, what I'm going to show you is going to be, I think, very helpful to you. And it's not probably even going to take 30 minutes. So that should make some of you all happy. What we're going to do tonight is we are going to just do an alternative way of selling the course using the tools that you already have in Genius Trainer Pro. So to Brent, good evening, Brent and Sam and Nigel. Good to see you all, and Dennis. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into Genius Trainer Pro right here. And I'm going to, without further ado, I'm just going to jump in here. And we are going to just, as soon as I can get in here. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, so if you can, first of all, if you can hear me clearly and you can see my screen, please put the number 1 in the question box. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just log in here. Okay. And what we want to do here is we want to actually sell the course, right? And so what we're going to do is, let's say that you have already created a course, and I'm going to take the course that I started creating here. And let's say I'm going to go to list my courses. And I'm going to go to create it. We talked about last night, I started talking about coaching authority. So let's just go ahead and get the link there to that course. Okay, does that so everybody knows how to do that, I'm sure. And so this is actually the link that your student is going to see. So in one particular case, if you had this domain, you had it under a subdomain, this is what they will see. Right? And so what we will do is we are going to then take that link and we're going to give that to the student so that they can buy. Right? Typically, that's what we would do. So does everybody understand? If you understand what I've done so far and just what I've talked about, please put the number 2 in the question box. So if you understand just what I've done so far, which is to get the link to my course so that other people can buy it. If you understand that, please put the number 2 in the question box. Okay, if you're comfortable that you can do that. Okay, so while you do that, I'm going to go back to my menu of courses. And I'm just going to go through that one more time. Okay, and so I'm going to actually grab this link to the course, right? I can right click that link or I can click that link, either way. So if I right click that link, I'm just going to copy the link address. Then I'm going to put that in my browser. And that is the link that I would actually give to my students, right, in order for them to buy the course. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go to an incognito browser so that you can see this. So I've got my cookies in that browser, so it wouldn't quite do what I needed to do. So okay, so you can see the little man up there in the top left. If your student got the link that you gave them, they click that link, and then here is where on the course page. Right, and that course page is going to come up in a minute. I'm going to enlarge that for you so you can see it. Oh, that's me. Okay. Okay, so now what your student would need to do is they would need to click the Buy Now button. It would ask them to create an account, right? And once they go through creating an account, or if they're already a member, in this case, I think I am already, so I'm just going to go and log into my account. Cool looking guy. Yeah, I appreciate that, Sam. I wish you'd have said a young looking guy. Yeah, I think my cool days are over, but if you said young guy, I would be good. Okay, so okay, so here is where your student would land if they had a login. And so if they didn't, once they create their login, this is where they would be. And then they would need to then pay. And when they click the pay button, right, it would take them to this page. They click PayPal. Okay, Sam. And then they'd be ready to buy. Okay, so now, so here's what we want to do, right? Here's what we want to do. So let's say that you did not want to have your customers at this point, right? Or if you already knew they had an account. So what you would need to do then is you would need to then pick up this link. Right now, before we do that, I'm going to actually go back to Genius Trainer Pro. I'm going to go up here to my page builder, and I'm going to create a page. I'm going to size this down some. And so let's say that I was going to create a page. I was going to create a video page. So I would drag my video, my sales video in here. Right. And then what I do then is I would then get rid of this button. Right. So then all my I have my sales video here. And then I'd put that sales video on autoplay. And then what I do then is I create a button. And then what I do is I'd pull this button into this area. Oops, let's see. I think my memory is kind of jamming up here. And see, my memory is getting kind of sketchy here. All right, let me go back here. My memory's kind of getting jammed up here. So let me go back. And we're just going to do this all at once. Same thing we did. We're going to create a new page. And I'm actually going to drag in my video player here. And typically, if I wasn't running so much, I would then take this button out and create a new button. But in this particular case, I'm just going to use the button I have. Right, so now that brings out the new button. And I'm going to say, click here for Familypreneur. Right, and I would make my button a little bigger then. I might make it a little wider. And maybe I change the color to yellow or something, or orange. I don't know. No, that's kind of okay. Well, you get the point. Okay, so I've got my video auto playing. I've got my button here. So the question is, what link do I put in here if I don't want to use the Genius Trainer Pro buy button? Well, what I do here is I would pretty much grab this link, copy that link address. I would then add that link here into the button. I'd click save. And then, of course, I would save my page. Click save. Okay, and then my page is going to autoplay. I then want to kind of go back. I want to preview my page. And then this is actually how it's going to look when your customer sees it. Your video is going to autoplay, and then they're going to have this button. And then instead of using the course page, they're then going to click this. And actually, here I want to use. We're going to have to use the one without my cookies in it. Let's go to that page. They're going to click that link, and then they're going to be ready then to pay, right? And then they're going to click pay. They're going to click PayPal, and then PayPal will process their payment. So basically what we've done is we've taken the buy page off of the course page and placed it onto our sales page so that we can have someone to actually buy this course. Okay, so Leonardo is asking, can a student be in two courses? Can one student join one of my course and then I have a new one? How can I add the second one? Okay, great. Okay, so there are two ways to do that, Leonardo. So you would still send that student to this second course, right? And you just have them buy that course, and what's going to happen is they're going to have to log in with their account. And when they log in with their account, then they're going to Genius Trainer Pro is going to place that second course into their dashboard, right? So you can sell them that course, or side of Genius Trainer Pro. Let's see here where I am. I go back to my dashboard. And if you wanted to just add them, right, you could just add a student. You're going to put their name and their email address in there, and then you're going to select the course you want to add them to, right? But I gather you want to sell them this course. So if you sell them the course, it's going to force them to either create a new account or use their existing account. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so any other questions? As I said, this was going to be really short tonight, but it's a necessary thing for you to know how to send people to a course without them having to go to your course page. You can actually sell the course from any button. Now, one other thing that I would show you is that, and I've actually done this before. If you were going to sell this course on, let's say, JVZoo, what you do is you would actually create a free coupon to that course, and then you would give that to your buyer. You would deliver the course, the coupon code to your buyer along with the course address, and then they would get free access, but it really wouldn't be free access because they will have already paid through JVZoo. Okay, so when you say the portal link, Leonardo, the portal link, you create the web portal here in Genius Trainer Pro. If you're talking about which course, find your courses here. I will size this up for you. And then you would get the link to give to your student from here. Right? So you'd right click that link, copy that link address, and then that's the link that you would give to your student. Okay, so either way, you would give the link to this course to your buyer, and you do it from here. If that's what you're talking about, I think that's what you're talking about, Leonardo. Okay, are there any other questions about this one thing? This just gives you the ability now to sell the course, even if you choose not to use your course page. And you can use a sales page. Now, if you have Genius Marketing Pro, you can do the very same thing, right? Because you're just going to take the link from the buy page. You're going to take the link from here. I mean, you could now, and now the thing is that this is going to force the person to have to log in. Okay, yeah. So when you change the portal options, you'll see it. So you'll see my portal is Gain Mindshare right there. I don't know if you can see that, but my portal name is Gain Mindshare, and that's really where you'd see the difference if you change your portal name. So if you change your portal name to Leonardo, in this particular case, instead of Gain Mindshare, it would say leonardo.geniustrainerpro.com. So that's where you would change the web portal. All right. Any other questions? Awesome. Okay, everybody. Well, I will probably do a one more catch-up training on Monday. So if you have something specifically that you'd like to see me cover, send me an email, and I will try to cover it on Monday. Tomorrow, for those of you who are looking to create your own product or write your own book, please make sure to check your email. Right, because if you're looking to write your own book, and I think Ron Douglas and these guys are going, yeah, of course, Nigel. I put this link in my email, and I'm going to suggest I'm actually going to be on this call, and so I can't even remember what the link was. Author webinar, yeah. And then tomorrow night, I'm actually going to be doing a training late night at about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be actually doing another episode of the Product Creation Challenge, and this one's going to be a little more hands-on. I am going to be talking about Genius Trainer Pro in that call. I'm also going to be talking about Genius Marketing Pro as well as Webinar Fusion Pro. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of integration. But we're not going to be doing integration for the sake of integration. We'll be doing integration for the sake of creating your product. And so if you're looking to create your own product and you've been coming to the Product Creation Challenge, make sure that you're on that call. This will be actually session 3 and day 6. Right. So again, if you check your old emails, you'll see it in there for the product creation challenge. The goal is, of course, by the end of January, you will have created your own product. Right now, some of you are going to want to write your own book as your product. And if that is you, right, I just put a link in the window. I think it's gainmindshare.net/author webinar. I'm not going to be speaking on that call, but I am going to be on that call. And if you're looking to do to be an author, or you're looking to create your own book, I would suggest you jump on that call. Okay, so now Sam is asking, are these videos listed in sequence on your channel? They should be, but you know what, Sam? I will check. I would check to make sure that they are. It's my intention for them to be in sequence. So if they're not, then I will make sure that they are as soon as I'm off of this call. So good question. I will see to that. Okay. Yeah, Sharon, I think that has to do with my cloaking link that I use through WordPress. There's something funky about the way WordPress, if you follow through, you're always going to be on the call, and then I'll actually send you a follow-up invitation. I'm looking for a way around that, but I do like to use the cloaking link just so you don't have a long, ugly webinar link. So yeah, I think it has to do with WordPress and something getting all jazzed up in there. I'm trying to correct it. Meanwhile, if you ever log in and you get an error message, you're still going to be on the webinar, right? Okay, so Nigel asks, can students view documents, example PDFs within the system, or can they download it? Okay, great. Now, if you want your students to view a PDF and actually read it, then what you want to do is you want to program your vmerge, right, or your amerge. And so what that does is that moves the document along with your presentation. And so they're actually seeing the presentation while you're talking in the video, right? So it's really cool. And I probably don't have time to do that on call. Maybe I'll do that on Monday. But that's one way for you to show your students or your customers the actual process or what's actually happening in your presentation. Now, if you want them to download it, what you can do is you can put it in the resources section of your lesson. Now, we covered that last night. I can show you that briefly. I'm going to go to my my screen here. And we'll just go into add course content. And if I went to edit this lesson, you would see here that here at the bottom, I have these resources that I've added to the course. Now, I want to tell you this, and I talked about this last night. If you haven't seen last night's call, you want to go ahead and see it, because you want to make sure that you name those files so that your customer or your student knows to download them. But they're going to see those documents that I'm showing you from the instructor side right now. So yes, they will see these documents when you put them in the resource area for a particular lesson. Yep, I will do that, Nigel. Yep, I'll do a vmerge tutorial. Absolutely. Okay, so in terms of the product creation challenge, Leonardo, if you go to youtube.com/gainmindshare and you look at I think it's the last set of videos. So you look at the last set of videos. You look at the last set of videos on my channel. It's at the very bottom. You'll see the product creation challenge. You'll see the 3 ones that I did. So let's see, that's youtube.com /game mindshare. I don't think that's clickable. I'll try to make that clickable there. I think I did that right. Okay, right. Yeah. If you go to there, that's my channel, and you look at the very creation challenge. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Any other questions about Genius Trainer Pro? All right. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing the product creation challenge at 9. Again, the bestseller author webinar is going to be at 6 o'clock. That link is in your email. Just go ahead and check that out. I'm actually going to be on that call too. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so you're having trouble in Firefox using full screen. Video gets choppy and out of sync. This happens both manually and imported. They work okay in Chrome and IE. You know what? I had not heard that, Jose. Send that to me at support@gainmindshare.com, and I'll either take a look at it or have our tech team take a look at it. Okay, so Sharon is asking how the products integrate with WordPress. That's an interesting thing. I haven't done that, but I guess I can. I can do that. So that's something I can cover. Sure. I hadn't planned to cover it directly. There are some integrations, but I can do that. Because one session I do want to cover, and if I do the vMerge, if I do vMerge on Monday, I probably won't have time to cover this, but I do want to do where you want to put your links and where you want to put your links and redirects from inside your course, right? I'm going to show you how to do that. It's really simple, but you might miss it if you're just not if you're just not necessarily aware of exactly where it is. And I'm going to actually show you that on a call. I'll probably try to do that. If I can't do that on Monday, if I do vMerge, I'll try to do that on the Wednesday call where I do integration training. All right, thanks, Wayne. I appreciate that. All right, so any other questions? We are at 30 minutes exactly. We're at 9:30. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you very much for being here, and hope that this was helpful to you. And you all have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.